Download the BCSN Plus app today.
Well, what a difference a week makes as we welcome in Matt Melzak from the Toledo Walleye. If you remember a week ago, we were talking about looking down off the edge, and now all of a sudden, after knocking off Fort Wayne and Indy, Walleye are back where they should be.
Oh, there you are, Mark. I thought you were still down there in the gutter in the doldrums of a previous week where Toledo, lost a few games. Now they've won a few. They're unbeaten in 3 straight this week, Mark. They reversed the trend. They lost to Fort Wayne and Indy last weekend on the road. They beat Fort Wayne and Indy at home this past weekend. So, Mark, you can come on out. It's happy to see you back here.
And they got those wins primarily because of the special teams.
Yeah, the power play was really the catalyst. And when you look at it, especially over the weekend, you go 4 for 5 in a game against a penalty kill unit that had done very well to start the season, the Fort Wayne Comets. You go 4 for 5 that night. And then it was really that power play in the third period against Indy on Sunday. When you look back at the fact that Toledo was struggling to really get anything going against Indy. Indy was kind of controlling the game a little bit. They were actually, instead of letting Toledo get the neutral zone a lot, they were trying to hem in Toledo pretty heavy there in the third period. But you know what? Take a penalty. All of a sudden, you got 4-on-4. Then you turn around, you get the penalty that makes it a 4-on-3 advantage. And for some odd reason, you forget about number 16, Brandon Hawkins. You let him kind of just walk into the slot. It's a dangerous game you're playing because he's probably going to score. He's better than 50% odds in that spot, and he certainly made him pay. And then right away you get a turnover. That transition game that Toledo's so good at, it pops up right there. 43 seconds apart, you get 2 goals, you get the lead, and then Toledo has a win.
First month of the season, all the Walleye games were in regulation. We kind of kidded about, they're not going to have any overtime games this year. Yeah, that's changed as well. 6 of their last 10 games, they've needed to go to overtime.
Yeah, and as the season starts to wear on, you seem to see that a little bit more, right? And we're definitely in a stretch right now where Toledo is seeing the bonus hockey, and a lot of it. 2 games this week, overtime. So it can wear you down faster, and we saw that in November. Even Pat Mickish talked about that. The fact that, some of the younger guys have to get used to, now not only do we play 16 games in 31 days in November, but then we started adding on these overtime games, and they start to wear you down too. So it's just that extra hockey. You don't think about it too much, but if you remember all the games that the Toledo Walleye played last year in overtime, it wears you down over the course of the year, and that's why you need those breaks and those stretches like we're going to see this week with only playing 2 games, next week with only playing 2 games. Those are actually helpful because of the fact that you need that break when you're starting to tack on extra time over the course of the year. You look at Saturday's overtime, they played nearly the 7 minutes. Yeah. It was almost all the way to the end, 4.9 seconds left to win it. So you're factoring on a heck of a lot more hockey.
Now, as you mentioned, the schedule does slow down a little bit for the next 2 weeks. Just 4 games, 2 this week, 2 next week, all 4 against Iowa. This week they're in Iowa, then the Heartlanders come to Toledo.
Yeah, and now you don't have to worry so much about the travel either. Yes, you are going to travel. It's 7.5 hours out to Iowa, Coralville, Iowa. But you're going to play just 2 games. You're not moving, so you can factor out a lot of the travel. It should be a good series. Remember, Toledo played Iowa 1 time this year. They held them to 9 shots. They lost the game 2-1. So that's going to be on their minds going into this week.
And finally, congratulations go out to the Toledo Walleye fan base. Teddy Bear Toss on Saturday, a franchise record 6,000 and change.
Yeah, almost 6,500.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable. Big thumbs up, actually double thumbs up for the Toledo hockey and the Toledo community. You guys did great over this weekend. That's going to be fantastic going out to charities for this week.
And that's the entire reason for the season. Great to see the community giving back. Thank you again, once again, Matt.
I appreciate it, Mark. Thanks.